Did she say anything? I didn't hear her say anything.
I didn't either. She just got up and left.
Have a drink on me.
Don't mind if I do. What about you?
No, I'm trying to keep a clear head.
It's only been a month. You mean you're over this already?
Hell no. But staying in an alcoholic daze won't make him a better president. I think all my protesting did was have me put on more weight. And I ain't getting fat on account of the big rump in the White House.
Well, I'm doing us all a favor. I figure the faster I'm away from being sober, the quieter I will be. Gin makes me grin.
Sorry, I had to get the phone. Did I miss anything?
Just a discussion on sobriety or inner peace.
Which one?
Cheers.
Was that a bathroom break?
Who, me? Oh, no. The phone. I had to take the call. Guess who called?
Emily? How is she?
She's got to get her butt on the screen.
I don't want to see her butt.
No, I still haven't heard from Emily. We really should try and find out where she is these days. No, it was Miranda.
Woohoo! The girl is back in town.
No, she's out of town, but she's going to join us.
What is she protesting this time?
I'm not sure. Something in Alabama.
Alabama? Hell, anything in Alabama would give her something to protest.
She must know how dangerous it is. Wait a minute. I think, it's Peggy.
Oh, good. Here comes the word of God, and I'm so glad I'm prepared. Linda, you still want to say with a clear head?
Between Alabama marching and sermons from the Hill, I just might reconsider.
Well, hello to you all, and a blessing onto all of you.
And down the hatch.
Oh, hi, Peggy. How you been?
Oh, the glory of the light shines down on me. His truth resides in the White House. Hallelujah.
Oh, that's so nice. We're having a surprise visitor today.
Well, praise be. Who is it?
It's Miranda. You remember Miranda, don't you?
Oh, why, yes. Of course, I remember Miranda. It would be such a pleasure to see her again. But I can't stay. I've got to go to a meeting over at the White House.
Well, here she is now.
Hi, Rose.
Hey, Miranda, it's so great to see you. How you been?
Nice to see you also. Who else is here?
The all girl gang. Linda, Jazzy, and Peggy.
Hey, girl, how's life treating you?
Jazzy, it's been a while. How are you doing?
You know, life's on the rocks, and when you got it, drink it up.
You always have some reason to celebrate. Oh, Linda, how is life in LA?
All asphalt, palm trees, and swimming pools.
Oh, and don't forget the movie stars.
Throw a rock in any direction and you're bound to hit one.
I guess it doesn't change much. How's work?
It doesn't change much either.
Richard still there?
He left about a month after you did.
Oh, well, do you know where he went?
Not sure. I think Florida.
Peggy, I didn't see you there. You're being awfully quiet.
Let us count our blessings.
Miranda.
You're looking well.
Well, my spiritual life keeps me well.
So, where's Emily?
No one's heard from her since the election.
Yeah, I guess she would be the most upset.
I'm sure we'll hear from her soon. So what's going on in Alabama?
Another black man shot by a white, gun-toting, power-crazy police officer.
How terrible.
Another poor lost lamb taken too soon. Was it some type of drug incident?
He was a 58-year-old man walking home where he lived while caring for his mother. Shot 5 times in his own yard.
And probably in the back.
I don't get it. He was in his own yard. Why was the cop there?
Well, the officer said there was a string of burglaries in the area, and Greg Gunn fit the description.
And let me guess, he was a black man, right?
Well, the description of the burglary suspect, dark clothing, black male.
So if he had been wearing a Panama white suit, he wouldn't have gotten stopped.
Why are you heading down there?
Well, there's going to be some protesting. I am going to help organize it and keep it safe.
It's Alabama. Won't it be dangerous for you?
It's been 51 years since the march over the Pettus Bridge. I can only hope some things have changed.
The only thing that we can hope for in this last 50 years is carrying those old fat white men to their graves.
And pray the new generation are more intelligent.
Well, Alabama is filled with the heart of Christian love. God will be watching over you.
As he watched over Greg Gunn?
Greg should have carried a gun.
Well, that would have only made the shooting justifiable. You know, as it is, they said he was armed with a painter's pole.
In Alabama. Case closed.
Yeah, which is why I'm heading there. My agency wants to make sure the rights of the protesters are upheld.
You have an agency now.
Yes, a nonprofit legal counsel for the underprivileged.
How wonderful you, and you must be so proud of the work you're doing.
Yeah, it's definitely a needed service, especially now that things have changed in DC.
Oh, well, the change in DC is for the benefit of every citizen. Glory is reigning in the White House.
Depending on how big your money bags are.
Well, how do y'all mean?
Trump has his history. He was sued by the Department of Justice for refusing to rent to Black tenants.
Oh, no, that can't be true. He was probably just keeping the undesirables out of the good neighborhood.
Yes, undesirable skin colors.
A man of God does not see the color of people's skin.
Which just might prove your savior ain't from God.
Oh! Now, I know you all are just funning with me, but I continue to pray for all my friends that they will see the light and rejoice in the righteous coming of change.
Oh my God, I guess we could all use some help and hope these days, no matter where it comes from.
I don't know. You know, I don't think prayer is going to stop what is coming.
What's coming?
But it just seems the great white wave is washing over this country, and I fear there are going to be more Greg Guns lying in the streets.
Oh, I hope you're wrong. It seems whenever racism raises its ugly head, Jews are always on the list.
Oh, no, that's definitely something that you don't have to worry about. Trump loves the Jews. Why, his son-in-law is of the Jews.
The verdict is still out on whether Kushner is authentic. Miranda, when do you head out?
Tonight.
Well, stay in touch. Let me know you're safe.
I will. Yeah, it was nice seeing everyone again. You know, someday we have to have a reunion.
Yeah.
Yes, we got to have a barbecue and I'll bring the booze.
You will.
We'll see.
I'll send God's guiding light to watch over you and keep you on the white side of light.
The white side.
Oh, definitely the right side.
Okay. Thanks. Everyone take care.
It was so nice seeing Miranda. I hope she takes care of herself.
Oh, I could lead a prayer for her. Let's all bow our heads.
Hold up.
Where are you going?
If there's a prayer coming, I might need a sip of the blood of Christ. A little wine is calling me.
Way ahead of you, but I get something stronger than wine.
Oh, Lord, we ask you to watch over our good friend Miranda and help her walk on the righteous path.
As long as it comes with a righteous drink. Amen.
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 Is a forest glen in a post-apocalyptic world where ancient pre-fallout technology is very rare. Oh, and there are elves. The scene, it is a forest clearing, an elf, enters furtively, looking around for a moment, then nods in satisfaction and motions to someone off stage to come on. Suddenly, he hears something from the other direction and starts excitedly motioning for that other person to back away while exiting himself. A moment later, a couple of humans, Peter and Karen, enter. Peter is holding a map and has a belt sack or some other carrying container. They're dressed in ragged, peasant-style clothing.
I think this is the place.
I don't know about this, Peter. I mean, I want to, obviously, but that...
You worry too much, Care. Honestly, what could go wrong?
You're not serious. What could go wrong? Well, for starters, we're supposed to bring them one of those ancient cell phones from before the fallout.
We're bringing them a cell phone.
It's
a phone before the fallout.
It's Fisher Price.
So?
You don't think they're going to notice that you're giving them a wad of plastic made for a 2-year-old?
It'll be fine. Besides, what's the worst that could... Oh, hello.
Hello, you Peter?
Yep, that's me. I'm Peter, 100% Peter. Oh, and this is Karen. Karen's my girlfriend.
Hi.
Hi.
Yep, she's the reason, for this little straighteroo that we're gonna do, me and you.
Yeah, right.
So, where is he? Did you bring him?
Sure, I brought him. Where's the tech?
Now hold on there, Elfie boy. You're supposed to bring me a unicorn, and I don't see any unicorn around here.
Oh, he's here. It's close by.
Well, I don't see him.
Well, he's back there.
The elf glances back over his shoulder, making sure, and then steps over to Peter and points.
You see? Right there between the 2 big trees. You see him.
I don't...
Right by the brown bush. You can see his horn.
Peter strains to see it.
I don't... you mean...
Peter thinks he sees the unicorn and starts to walk toward it, but the elf immediately jumps in the way, stopping him.
It's close enough. Let's see the goods.
I don't know. This stuff is really hard to come by. I think I want to see the unicorn up close before I hand anything over.
No way. Give me the phone.
I don't think so. You said you'd bring a unicorn, and all I've got is your word that you did.
It's right there.
Oh, I can maybe make out a horn.
You can't see its ears? I mean, what are you, blind?
Well, even if it is a unicorn, I only have your word that it can,
Oh, no, don't worry, my friend. It'll solve your little problem.
Peter reacts like the elf has said something terrible and embarrassing.
Problem? What problem? What do you have?
He didn't say problem. You didn't say problem, did you?
Oh, no,
See?
Not at all.
No problem.
And what did he say?
He said that it'll solve our little... Okay, he said problem. But he was just talking about our lack of assurance that...
Peter Oliver Tubman, you told me that we were going to get a unicorn so that it could bless our marriage.
I did. It will. It will. Do you mind? Now, trust me. This unicorn is the secret to us having a happy marriage. Isn't that right?
The elf looks over at Peter and then for a moment glances down to his waist region and then back.
Yep.
See, Care? It's fine. Now I want to see the unicorn before I hand over the goods.
There's a psst sound from where the elf came in. The elf glances over and is suddenly irate. He motions for someone to leave, but they obviously don't. There's a louder second psst.
Excuse me a moment.
The elf starts to exit, but a second elf tiptoes in to meet him. At the same time, Karen pulls Peter to the other side of the stage.
Are you telling me the truth?
Peter shushes Karen, and they start to talk in whispers as... There's a problem.
Yeah, there's a problem. Get back there before you blow everything.
But the horn.
I don't care.
It fell off.
So glue it back on.
I can't.
And tape it.
I wish I could.
I don't care if you have to hold it on with your teeth. Just get it done. What?
Gone. It fell, and before I could get it, some badger or something rushed out and grabbed it and ran.
A badger?
Or something.
You were outsmarted by a badger?
It was really fast. Really fast.
Who's that?
No one. No one. He was just leaving. Now, do you have the phone or not?
What's that? Oh, yep, right here.
The elf turns to yell at second elf, and while he does, Peter dashes off stage to get the unicorn.
Do not tell me that you brought it.
I didn't want to leave it. What if the badger took that also? Peter returns with the unicorn, which is just a hobby horse, a plush horse head on a stick.
What's this?
Ta-da! It's a unicorn.
What?
A unicorn, gonna make all your little wishes.
This is not a unicorn.
Sure it is.
It's a hobby horse.
Nope, it's a unicorn.
It doesn't even have a horn.
The elf gives the second elf a dirty look and then turns back.
Well, not right now it doesn't, but it will when it grows up.
You don't seriously expect me to buy this load of crap, do you?
Well, that depends. How much information you want me to share about why one might want a unicorn, huh?
There's a silence, and the elf and Peter both glance down at Peter's nether regions. Then their eyes meet again. After another awkward pause, they continue.
Look, honey, a unicorn.
Not so fast. Where's the phone?
It's here in the pouch.
Let's see it.
Peter looks at the elf, then at the hobby horse, then his pouch, then back to the elf.
Okay, sure. You can just take the whole pouch, okay?
Enough games. Show me the phone or I start sharing unicorn trivia.
Okay. No need to get hasty. I'll show it to you.
Cautiously, slowly, Peter reaches into the pouch. He's frantically trying to find some reason to not take out the phone, but can't come up with anything. Finally, he withdraws a Fisher-Price style phone and presents it.
This is it?
Yep.
A real phone?
Oh, yeah.
That I can use to make phone calls?
Absolutely.
How does it work?
Simple. You just, talk into it. Hello? This is Peter. Oh, how nice of you to call.
Let me see that.
The elf grabs the phone and holds it up to his ear.
Hello.
Don't tell me you can't hear anything. Most humans know how to use a phone by the time they're two. But maybe if you can't.
The elf glances over at second elf and is clearly uncomfortable.
I can hear just fine. Hello? Yes. Yeah, you're coming through loud and clear, huh?
Let me try.
It's mine.
So we're good?
The elf and Peter stare at each other, both realizing they've been had, but neither ready to lose face by admitting it.
Yeah.
Good.
We're good?
Good.
Great.
Well, see ya.
Right. Bye.
Bye.
They start to head off in opposite directions. As Peter and Karen are leaving,
I can't wait to hear you explain what just happened here.
Yeah. Me too.
lights out.
Setting Donnie's garage, time, the very near future. Blair, wearing corporate clothes, is typing on her phone. Donnie enters, carrying a toolbox.
What the?
Good morning, sir.
Who the hell are you?
Blair.
How'd you get in?
Through the door.
It was locked.
I never let little things like that stop me.
Scram, will you?
Your anger is perfectly understandable. A man's garage is his castle.
Leave now or I'll call the police.
Go ahead.
Right. I'm reporting you as an intruder. Expect a rapid response.
Emergency 911, please state your name and address. As if I don't already know, Donnie.
You intercepted the call?
It was routed to me automatically.
Say what?
These days, all government services are coordinated. GPS identified me as the nearest help. If you required first aid, I could administer it straight away.
So you're with the government?
Department of Public Safety.
What's this all about?
There's no cause for concern. We're just running a routine check.
Well, you should have gone to the front door and knocked.
You were eating breakfast. I didn't want to disturb you.
I find breaking and entering more disturbing.
Feedback noted. By the way, you'll be pleased to know your vehicle passed my inspection.
I'd love to stop and complain, but I have to get to work.
That remains to be seen.
You blocked access to my car?
Once we've established you're fit to drive, you can be on your way. Do you have any objection to a breathalyzer test?
For crying out loud, it's 7:30 in the morning.
Alcohol impairment can strike at any hour.
Fine, test me, if that's what it takes to get rid of you.
Thanks for your cooperation. It makes my job so much easier. I can't tell you how much I loathe resorting to handcuffs. Please exhale onto the screen.
Now unlock my car.
You're not a wine taster, are you?
Pardon?
I had one once. He always spat out the samples, but this app still detects alcohol.
Is there a problem?
Not necessarily. Have you taken any cough mixture recently?
No.
Or been tongue kissing someone under the influence?
You have no right to ask me a personal question like that.
I'm afraid we do, when the lives of motorists and pedestrians are at stake.
Look, your device obviously isn't functioning properly.
I'm sure that's it, Donnie. The technology can't be trusted. You look perfectly sober to me.
Well, great. So we're done.
Just as soon as we conduct a teensy blood test.
Seriously?
Standard procedure under the circumstances. Better safe than...
Sorry, I don't have time for this.
It takes less than 10 seconds.
I'm already running late.
There, I've sent a pre-selected message to your employer.
What? What'd you say?
The usual. Please excuse Donnie for his delayed arrival. He is assisting with inquiries. Please refrain from questioning him. He is not legally obliged to reveal any details.
You've gone too far this time.
Protecting your privacy is important to us. We're happy to go the extra mile.
I give up. You want my blood? Take as much as you like.
We only need a pinprick. Hold up your finger. There's a needle in my phone. Sterilized.
Same device as the breathalyzer hardly inspires confidence.
This app's far more sophisticated and infallibly accurate.
Are we done?
Wonderful news. Your blood alcohol level is well below the limit. Yay!
Just unlock my car.
Oh, wait. Your cholesterol is rather high.
So?
You're at risk of suffering a stroke or a heart attack. If either of these events occur while you're at the wheel, the resulting crash could cause multiple fatalities.
Give me a break.
Careful, Donnie. Your public danger rating is already up there. If you add a lack of empathy, you might never get your driver's license back.
What do you mean, get it back?
I'm only suspending it temporarily until you commit to a change of diet.
For Pete's sake!
Sharing the road entails civic responsibility. I'll enroll you in a course. You'll be rehabilitated in no time.
Not if I can help it.
Hey!
Yeah, now let's download some nasty malware on you.
Stop!
A sustained cyber attack will destroy your system.
Hand my phone over.
Get off!
Ow!
What have you done?
Prick myself with the blasted needle.
Ah, yes, now I see. Here comes your health summary.
Excuse me?
Red alert, toxic levels of trimethylxanthine in the bloodstream.
That's private.
Recommend immediate cessation of psychoactive stimulants.
Donnie!
You're a drug addict.
Of course not.
It says...
I drink coffee.
What about the trimethyl...
That's just a fancy name for caffeine.
I thought caffeine was harmless.
It is. Perfectly safe.
The following symptoms indicate over-dependence.
Coffee's a godsend.
Religious devotion to the drug.
It makes me super efficient.
Delusions of grandeur.
You've seen for yourself how I excel at my job.
Manic obsessiveness.
No way.
Denial.
This is ridiculous.
Dismissive mockery.
Millions of people drink coffee. Why pick on me?
Acute persecution syndrome.
Okay, I admit it. I'm hooked. I've tried cutting down, but I can't.
Go cold turkey. That's how I quit smoking. All it takes is willpower and a bit of support.
From who? I don't have anyone in my life.
Hardly surprising.
Oi.
Sorry. I just meant you come on pretty strong.
I know. I'm a total wreck.
You just need to take things easy. Relax.
How? I'm in a constant state of hyperstimulation.
Listen, Blair. I'll help you kick the habit.
Honest?
Sure. Let's get you healthy.
What about you? Your cholesterol. Do you have someone to monitor your intake of saturated fats?
Not at the moment. I'm recovering from a messy breakup. My ex was far too clingy.
Oh, you poor thing. I noticed your waistline. You've been letting yourself go, haven't you?
I do need to get back into shape, yeah.
Let's motivate each other.
Yeah, we could both do with a training buddy. Put it there, partner.
I've never had a partner before.
We'll be like mutual life coaches.
Oh, Donnie. That's the most romantic thing I've ever heard.
What?
Mutual life coaches. For better or for worse.
Yeah, I have to get to work now.
You're not safe to be behind the wheel, remember? But don't worry, darling. I'll drive you. Everywhere. From this day forward.
In the Next Closet, written by Kat Rodin-Gauguin and Matt Reifenberg. At Rise, Lisa is standing with her braces trying to tie Greg's tie. She keeps losing her balance while trying to do this task. One limb is shorter than the other, but she uses her walker to steady her balance as best she can while tying the tie.
I'm sorry, honey.
Don't worry about it. You know I hate ties anyway.
I bet I could put a bow tie on you.
I'd go naked before I'd wear a bow tie.
I like the sound of you naked.
Lisa begins to kiss his neck again, which again is difficult because of her balance. Greg leads her to sit down on the bed and kisses her.
Those lips. I could kiss you all night.
Hold that thought. I won't be out that late.
Do you ever wonder what it would be like if I could go with you?
Do you?
It's easier not to. When you're out at these events, I just imagine you're at work.
Well, I am, technically.
I know it's work. I just meant, at the office work and not with...
Lisa kisses Greg again.
With Cassie?
No, it's fine.
Lise, I know you better than you know yourself. I know what "it's fine" means when you say it.
Well, she's pretty.
So are you. You know she doesn't mean anything to me.
Not anything at all?
I mean, she's a friend, I guess, in some stretch of the word.
A friend with benefits?
Do you really think I'm hooking up with her?
I don't want to think it.
Then don't. It's just business. Business that helps both of us, Don't forget it. It's our future I'm building here. Not mine and Cassie's. Mine and yours.
I know. And I love you for that so much. And for everything that you do for us.
She looks at the ring on her finger.
Do you ever imagine it's just us walking into that room together? In you and your bow tie and me showing off this ring, we'd turn heads.
Or stomachs. I know that sounds harsh.
A girl can dream, even girls who turn stomachs.
Dreams serve little purpose, I'm afraid. It's not how I feel. Lise, you know my heart. You have my heart. But it's not how the business world works. It's an image, a mirage, a persona. That's all. And I only have a few years left and I'll be at the top of the corporate ladder, and then it won't matter about your walker. And then I promise you will be on my arm when we walk in.
The next Bill and Melinda Gates?
Exactly.
So if it wasn't for my walker, you would take me to the gala tonight?
Of course I would. Or better yet, I wouldn't even go. It's definitely not as fun as you imagine it to be.
It would be fun if I was with the most handsome guy there.
A knock is heard at the door.
Greg, it's me. Open up, lover.
Fuck.
Lover?
Don't start. I told you she means nothing to me, but we've got to get you hidden.
Say no more.
Lisa uses her walker and goes slowly, but trying to go as fast as she can, to the closet. Greg, visibly nervous, closes the closet door. Greg starts to move some of Lisa's luggage left on the bed, but the door opens and Cassie enters.
Good thing I'm not a robber. I just walked right in.
Phew. Yeah, I dodged a bullet there.
How do I look, lover?
Pretty damn hot.
I do, don't I?
She looks in the mirror.
I'm a lucky man indeed.
I wore this dress just for you. I know you like red and breasts. Too much?
Dress or breasts?
Oh, come here, you. I want to have to redo my lipstick because of you.
Greg walks toward her and Cassie pulls him close, kissing him passionately.
Now that's more like it. We've got time to mess up a few more things before we have to go.
Can I get you a drink?
What are you offering?
You, my lady, have your choice of chocolate milk, a Gatorade, a Diet Dr. Pepper, or water.
Ooh, it's a hard decision, but I'll take the Diet Dr. Pepper, please.
Greg opens it up and pours it into a glass with some ice.
We'll have some real drinks at the gala.
You look great, Greg. It's been too long.
You see me at work pretty often.
Well, not often enough, but I get sent to your branch a few times a month. I guess I just wish it could be more often.
Same. But we have enough of these black tie affairs, and I wouldn't take any date other than you.
You know I'm a pretty good bedfellow for the night, too.
She starts to sit down on the bed and notices the luggage.
Well, it looks like you have a bedfellow already. Where is she? Who is she? Look, I know we're not exactly exclusive, but I thought we kind of had a little something special between us.
We do. Of course we do. I can explain.
I think I've seen enough.
It's not what you think, really.
Well, what is it then?
When you knocked, I was just getting ready to call the front desk. I think either they gave me the wrong room or someone forgot their luggage.
Now that's a story we will have to tell tonight. I'm sorry for thinking the worst.
No need to apologize. I know how it must look.
Yeah, it does look that way, but I see how you look at me when I do come to your branch, and the way you stare at my ass, and then how I catch your eyes with mine sometimes. Do you ever think of us doing it?
You know me. I'm all work.
Well, at work you absolutely are, but like tonight, did you think about me coming back to your room and slipping off this little red dress and
The phone rings once, and then the closet door springs open with Lisa falling out of the door and onto the floor, her walker beside her.
Oh my God! Greg, what's going on?
Don't be scared. It's not what you think.
It kind of is, because I'm kind of thinking, why is there a strange woman lying in the hotel floor of my boyfriend's room?
Your boyfriend? I mean, yes, I suppose that all that is true. I mean, I don't know about the boyfriend part because I don't really know him.
How insensitive of me. Of course you wouldn't know about that part, but you will someday, dear. I'm sure there's someone like you out there who's just as desperate for love as you are. Your own special boyfriend.
I just didn't want you to think that your boyfriend and I were having an affair or something.
Oh, heavens, no. It never crossed my mind for a moment that that was what was going on.
Maybe it should have.
Greg, no. You don't have to.
Wait. Greg? How'd you know his name?
Oh, I overheard you call him that.
Well, don't just stand there, lover. Help the poor girl up.
Greg goes over and stares at Lisa as she stares back.
What do you need me to do?
If you could just stand up the walker or maybe give me just a little boost up on the count of 3.
Sure. Anything you need.
Greg stands the walker up and goes behind Lisa, lifting her up to standing while holding her tightly.
I am really, really so embarrassed. Thank you, Greg. Thank you both. This room was my room and I checked out, but then I had to come back to get my luggage and I got stuck inside the closet and tried calling your room number, which is why the phone rang, but then I lost my balance and, well, you know the rest.
That's quite a story. How did you know the hotel number?
I heard him, Greg, is it? Say it to someone he called.
Are you a savant? That's amazing.
Cass, really? Come on.
Well, I can't remember a phone number.
Does that make you a dumbass?
It was a compliment to her. Listen, I'm just saying that despite your misfortune in life, as it were, you have a gift. And I just thought hearing it from someone like me might motivate you.
And it has. You'll never know just how much. I could never be you, of course, but I'll keep what you said in mind.
See, Gregory, she gets it. You're the only one who doesn't. And she's in no shape to travel tonight. I'm gonna pay for you to stay here tonight, you and your caretaker. Now, I'm not judging, mind you, but they really shouldn't leave you unattended for so long.
I'll take care of it, Cass. You keep this room since you're here, and I'll get another one.
Oh, no. I couldn't let you do that. I'll be okay. Just go enjoy your event. You both look amazing.
That we do, lover. That we do.
I think you are the most beautiful one by far.
He's looking at Lisa.
Oh, Greg, I could cry. You're being so kind to her. You never cease to amaze me.
Let's get going to the gala.
Well, are you sure it's okay to leave her here?
I'm pretty sure she's seen the worst people here, and she survived us.
Oh, all right then. You know I love your sense of humor. It was nice meeting you, dear. And remember what I said. You know, what was that movie? Rain Man. You can use your memory skills to your benefit.
I'll try to remember that. Don't laugh too much. You know, you said one true thing tonight. I have seen the worst people here. I won't be needing your room or your advice.
She uses her walker to drape her luggage on. She takes a wobbly step, looks at the ring on her finger, takes it off, and lays it on the bed.
Lisa, now you're being ridiculous.
It's probably just fool's gold anyway. Here, perhaps this was meant for you.
She picks the ring up and hands it to Cassie. Lisa walks out with her walker, luggage, and a smile. Greg starts to go after her.
Lisa, wait! It's not what you think!
Lisa continues walking away. Greg walks back to the open door of his hotel room to see Cassie admiring the ring on her finger, talking to herself.
Poor foolish girl, thinking this was fool's gold.
Well, it was given by a fool.
Greg and Cassie shake their heads in unison. Greg puts his head in his hands. Lights fade. The end.
Summer 1969. Somewhere on the Cambodian-Vietnam border. 4 soldiers on patrol walk through the valley of knee-high grass. It is very hot. They stop to rest under the only tree around.
Okay, let's take 5 under this tree. Chuck, let base know we're 2 clicks from the LZ.
Yep, 109er, 109er. Do you copy, over?
Copy that, 09er. What's your status?
Be advised we're 2 clicks from LZ, over.
Charlie Company has not reported any sign of NVA around here, but keep your eyes open anyway.
Man, that cold beer in my bunk's calling my name.
Shit, I hope they fix the showers. It's been cold for 2 fucking days.
I heard they're waiting for some part.
Shit. Man, I gotta piss.
LT, when we get back, you want me to finish the reports?
Yeah, but let me just...
Fuck, motherfucker.
What? What is it?
They gather round a soldier, his arms and legs staked to the ground. He has been tortured.
Man, oh man. Look what those motherfuckers did. I didn't even see him lying on the ground tied up like that. I just came up right on him.
That's fucked up. They blinded him, put those sticks in his ears, sewed his eyes.
It must have been hours torturing and cutting him up.
John, make sure there aren't any booby traps under him.
John probes around the body with his knife.
No, I don't see nothing.
Get his dog tags.
John checks the body's neck.
They're gone. They must have taken him.
Check his pockets. We can pick him up when we get on the chopper, so let's...
As John goes to check the pockets, the body makes a grunting sound. John jumps back in shock.
Oh, shit! He's alive! They cut his fucking tongue out! I think he's trying to say something.
Let me see if I got some morphine.
Danny checks his
Paul
first
took
aid
my
kit.
last one, and he didn't even replace it. We got to get the bird here ASAP.
Call it in. Tell base. Tell we need the medevac ASAP.
1 Zulu Niner, 1 Zulu Niner, be advised, we need a medevac, top priority. Over.
The nearest one is at Dock Towel, ballpark ETA, 40 minutes.
Copy that. Over and out. It's going to be 40 minutes, LT.
Then I guess we're gonna sit tight and get him on the bird.
John goes to the body to check the body's pockets.
Oh, man. Look what I found. This must be a picture of his daughter.
He looks no more than 3. Cute kid. Too bad.
Well, at least he's alive. He's going back to the world and he can see her.
Yeah, back to the world.
See her? How the fuck's he gonna see her? He's blind.
Can't see
Yeah,
her.
he'll be back even if he can't see her.
Can't see her. Can't hear her. He's so fucked up, he can't do shit.
Who the fuck wants to go back like that? I sure don't.
But he's alive.
Look what they done to him. He's blind. He's deaf. They cut his tongue out. What the fuck?
But he's still alive. That's the point. Life is sacred.
Sacred? It's sacred. Where the fuck do you think you are, man? This is the Disneyland of death, and everyone here got the e-ticket.
Yeah, but at least he's alive. She can visit him. He may be fucked up, but it's still her daddy.
Oh, that's wonderful for her. Come on, dear. Let's go visit the blind, deaf slab of meat that's your daddy.
Man, you're a cold motherfucker.
What the fuck do you want us to do?
So what are you saying? Are you saying we should kill him?
Think about it. You want that little girl growing up facing that hard for the rest of her life?
Not a point. I wouldn't want to be that kid having to deal with something like that.
You mean we should play God?
What the fuck do you think we're doing here? We play God every day, deciding who the fuck lives, who dies.
We're fighting communism. We got to stop them from taking over this country.
I don't see no commies around here. All I see are brown people trying to live their lives in peace, only to have white Americans coming on in and telling them how to run their own fucking country.
I'm sick of your black power bullshit.
Fuck you and your cracker bullshit.
Shit can talk, the both of you.
Look, that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about here. I mean, what are we going to do with him? LT, what do you think?
Well, I wouldn't want to live the rest of my life like that.
Me neither.
I don't know. It doesn't feel,
If you were him, would you want to spend the next 40 years alone in your head just thinking about how fucked up your life is? How there's not a motherfucking thing you can do about it? And all you can do is pray that you'll die soon?
Well, honestly, no, I wouldn't.
Look, if we do this, It's between us and no one else. We don't ever say a fucking thing to anyone. This is between us. I don't want anyone coming back saying shit to me about this. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cancel the medevac.
1 Zulu Niner, 1 Zulu Niner, cancel that medevac. Over.
Copy that. Over and out.
Let's move out. We will take him back with us when the bird comes.
Let me have that picture.
Why?
When I get back home, I want to look her up and tell her what a hero her daddy was.
John hands Chuck the picture. The men walk away.
We usually do a little bit of discussion afterwards, talk about each one. If you have to leave, that's fine. But if you can stick around and have something to say, that's great too. Well, I guess we can start with number 1. It's the Real Real Housewives. Thanks for Trisha and Jen for jumping in there and taking over at last minute. Appreciate it. Where is Laura and Jackie? There's Laura.
Hello.
Again, must be Jackie.
I'm here.
So, how was the second episode for all of you?
I enjoyed it. Right. You're still recording, too.
What's that?
You're recording this.
Yeah, I generally do record this. So, Sean, you're the new character.
I can't. I'm sorry, Steven. I can't hear you. You said something about the cat.
I think it's the wind.
Yeah, it's Jackie. So unfortunately, when she's on, it gets loud. Sorry.
So Sean.
Yes, sir.
I was asking how you felt since you're with the newest character.
Oh, goodness. So much fun. So I feel lucky that I did see when you guys put up episode 1 3 months ago. So I had some context going in besides just what I was able to glean from the page. Really love, I'm sorry she had to go, but Jules and I were messaging each other during rehearsal how much we enjoy having those moments with each other. With Peggy and Miranda going at it, and then of course the Jazzy saying all the stuff, and Miranda can't help but get a good laugh out of what comes out of Jazzy's mouth, because Jazzy's going to be Jazzy, right? Yeah, so it was a lot of fun. Thank you, ladies, for letting me join you all this time. It's a lot of fun.
Okay. So episode 3 is probably in the works, if we can put it together again. Maybe next time, but maybe the time after that. Anyone else have any suggestions or comments?
I really enjoyed jumping in last minute with it.
Sorry, Jen, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I really enjoyed jumping in last minute. I didn't see the first one, but I really enjoyed the second one. I look forward to the third. So.
Okay. You want to be a director for the third one?
Sure. Let me know.
Okay. Good. Good.
I'm getting more and more curious about Peggy's secret.
Yeah, and Miranda knows Peggy's secret, right?
Yeah, that's what we were texting about that. She was like, "Do you think you know?" I said, "I don't know. I can't tell." So Jules thinks that Miranda knows, and it sounds like from you that Miranda does know. So yeah. We'll see.
But then Linda has a secret that she knows about Miranda.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. Wow.
So more to come. Trish, how was it for you jumping in there?
It was a lot of fun. It's a fun piece. I can't wait to see episode 3.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it.
So I unless someone else has something I want to say, we could move on to the exchange, which was Jeff Dunn's. It's kind of unfortunate that he wasn't here, but I guess it's fortunate that he's watching his own play being performed.
Yeah.
Anybody got any words for Mr. Dunn? Okay, so the exchange. Oh, that was the elf one. I thought that was pretty funny. Bob,
I think it's typical Jeff.
What's that?
I think it's typical Jeff. His Bear Productions usually does a play reading of his on Sundays. So if he's got real stuff, real productions going on, then he kind of puts it on hold. But I have a collection in my laptop of at least half a dozen or more of his plays, and he specializes in the slightly oddball humor of just one weird situation, like the exchange. So
and he tends towards the fairies and the elves and unicorns.
He does, and the supernatural. I mean, he did one that I auditioned for before COVID kicked in and put a stop to it, where it was a meeting between I think Cassandra and Apollo as old frenemies. She could see the future and thought it was a curse, and he was trying to convince her that no, it wasn't meant to be a curse. It was meant to be a blessing all along. And she was with some other couple that was there telling them, don't order the fish, you're going to get sick, and of course nobody ever believes Cassandra whenever she tells them something. Her blessing is she knows the future. Her curse is no one will ever believe her.
Oh.
So it made for an interesting play. So he likes to throw that kind of supernatural and also sometimes esoteric. He will reach out to mythologies and pantheons that are beyond the normal person's experience, and so you may find conversations between African demigods and that kind of stuff in some of his works. So I always have a fun time working on one of Jeff's play, no matter how long or short. And I've gotten to be a pharaoh. He did one about college students that the whole it's called the pyramid scheme, and the whole reason why the pyramids were built was actually a college joke, a prank between two students who had the Hebrew slaves take all this rocks that were supposed to be used for something else and cover up this huge temple in the shape of a pyramid so no one could see it. And the pharaoh comes out and they all think that they're going to die, and instead the pharaoh says, it's a great idea, it looks magnificent, it protects everything, it's awesome, I want 3 more. So Jeff is really a creative guy. I really like working on his stuff. Like you said, it's a shame he wasn't here to see it.
And what's the group that you guys usually?
It's on Facebook. I think it's called Bear Productions.
Okay.
It's called Dunn's Downtime Players.
Thumbs down.
Yes, that's
thumbs down. What?
Downtime Players.
Players, yes.
Yeah, for what it's worth, I mean, I thought it was well written and well acted. The only thing I would say is that I didn't feel like the table stakes for your character, Bob, the elf 2, or I forget which one about the phone. Or no, it wasn't your character. It was I think he left, but the fact that he didn't know how to use a phone, I wasn't buying that was like such a big deal compared to the table stakes for Wayne's character, right? That like his wife was going to find out about why he wants a unicorn. So yeah, I like the concept. I wasn't buying that it was that big of a deal, but
yeah, it wasn't perhaps as subtle as I think he thought it was going to be. So Jeff does have a page for Bear Creations. And at bearcreations.org, where he's the writer, where he posts a lot of his. And then, as was said, it's the Downtime Productions. So I'm looking at his page right now. He had his script for Are You My Mummy is an online production, July 24th.
Okay. Yeah, I guess my only issue, and I brought this up at one of Jeff's scripts that he read for another group, And it has to do with my unfortunate need to put logic into something that doesn't have logic. And I always find something, and I say, what about this? He goes, well, that you can't accept, but everything else you can accept. So I couldn't understand the elves wanting a phone. It's a dystopian era, so there's no phone service. Phones aren't going to work. Why would he want a phone that's not going to work anyway? So it wouldn't matter if it was just a toy or not. It would never work anyway. But you know, that's just me trying to play logic, but it's not needed.
So,
any other comments?
No, I thought the rest of the cast did a fine job on it. I thought the casting was well done, and it was easy to jump in and just do the narration.
Great. All right. So that was Exchange, and I moved Garage Invasion to number 3 spot. That's Rex script, and Paul has left, but Trisha's still here. Rex, you have anything you would like to say about Garage Invasion?
This was written partly in response to a theatre's prompt. So it was to write a play set in a garage.
Okay.
So that's where it started from.
Okay. Was it the QQ?
No, it was way back pre-COVID.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Because I remember there was a group that one of their pieces, they set it in a garage. You had to choose between, I think, three different locations. They wanted you to pick one. I kind of remember that. So, did you want the 2 characters to become romantically involved at the end, or was it just one of them got the idea that it was going to turn into a romance?
Just Trisha's character.
Okay. All right. I thought that was interesting, though, that it led up to that from how it began.
Yeah.
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 And I guess we're not that far from someone invading somebody's garage and making sure that they're healthy enough and can legally drive.
I think we're getting to the point where the car is going to do that for us.
Yeah. Well, from what I understand, people who have gotten numerous DUIs, they have to breathe into a breathalyzer for the car to start.
Yes. Yes.
So we're not that far from it.
No.
Yeah, and another idea I thought about for cars, you know, in my car, when I exceed the speed limit, a little beeping sound comes up. But I thought what would be great is if you ever exceed the speed limit, a horrible aroma permeates through your car that will last for weeks. That would stop people from speeding.
Well, you know, I've got, when I walk my dog in the neighborhood, there's one yard that she likes to visit because there's another dog in it that comes out to greet us. And it's not a fenced in yard and the dog's not leashed up, but it has an electronic collar on, so it can only go so far from the yard. So I could see that, you know, when you're speeding, it sort of deters you. It gives you a little shock. Take your foot off the gas pedal. Any other comments for Rex? Well then, that was number 3. Number 4, The Next Closet. That was a very interesting script, and it was from 2 writers, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And you usually work together, right?
We do, yeah.
So how'd you think about the performance?
I love the actors. I think they did an amazing job. You know, Matt and I, this is one of the few times that we kind of have disagreed on as we started writing it. But I think we both thought it turned out well in the end, better than when we started. I think we were closer to agreeing that it was it's possible. Like, I think, well, Matt, you can say what your thoughts about the plot were.
Yeah, so
I think in this day and age, you know, a couple where one of the people are disabled is probably a little bit more acceptable than it was maybe years ago. And that's kind of what I struggle with.
Did either one of you toy with the ideal that the character Greg would stand up and take his wife to the party instead?
No, I don't think we ever really did seriously think he would do that. Because it would be sacrificing his career. And, you know, I thought it was kind of ironic that the play that went after us, although it's maybe a bit more extreme, I think it does show like what people think of, you know, disability and how they equate that with whether you have a value that's worth being able to stay alive for, what value you have to society. So I absolutely think that there are people like Louise's character, Cassie, who don't even realize that they are like they are, that they devalue other people just based on a disability or whatever it might be. Right. I don't think Cassie ever got it, and probably never will. So to me, it's not that far-fetched, but that was where we were different, and we struggled with, you know, would we make the character transgendered maybe? Would we go back in time and make it an interracial relationship, or, you know, something that, something different? But I think disability isn't really dealt with all that much. And I just, to me, it was believable, and it came across believable when they performed it today. So.
And I know, Kat and Matt, you were struggling with the ending and how you wanted it to end. Can you talk about kind of the different versions of how the ending?
Yeah, some people wanted the elevator, like Cassie and Greg, to get on the elevator and it crash. I mean, you know, obviously he could have stood up at the end and, you know, told Cassie the truth, and maybe, or maybe Lisa would have never found strength and she would have stayed with him. That was the thing that I considered that she would do.
We did
I
get
love
this.
that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say really quickly, I love that, that idea that of her just being kind of imprisoned by this relationship. It's so poignant. Sorry. Go ahead.
We also did get the suggestion that maybe, you know, they took off to Botswana or something like that. one of our actors.
Great. So you two continue to work together?
We do.
Got one for next month?
We can have one for next month, yeah. We're in the middle of writing about 8 or 10-minute plays. And I have one that I've written that I might submit for next month.
How about you, Louise? It seems to me you're getting kind of typecast a bit. Would you ever want something else?
Oh, I've played such a wide range of parts. I'm happy with whatever part. But yes, this one was a bit narcissistic. The last one was a little crazy. So it's been fun though. I've enjoyed each part. They're really fun parts. But yeah, we'll see what the next one is to offer.
And you're really good at it.
Well, thank you.
I mean that in the best possible way. I always enjoy your performances. Always.
And you as well. Thank you very much.
Well, the last one was The Patrol. It took 2 months, but we finally got it on. How you doing, Craig?
Doing good. Thank you.
Good.
I was very pleased with the performance. I was very happy with it. All of them were wonderful.
Good. So you really wanted them to just leave that guy there? I mean, they didn't even kill him; they just left him there.
Well, actually, they did because there was a gunshot.
Oh,
right in the end. There was a point, and I guess it wasn't loud enough. I'll
have to add that in the editing.
Yeah, there was definitely a gunshot at the end.
Okay.
Because you don't know who does it.
Okay, maybe I can just black the screen out and have a gunshot in the background.
Oh, that'd be lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yes.
Great. So, Elena. It's
yeah.
Late for you, isn't it?
What? Sorry?
Late for you, isn't it?
It's yeah, it's almost 2 a.m. Yeah. But okay, it's fine. It's a little, no, but I've loved to challenge myself with a male role at first, and secondly with the role that was very tough and involved in the war, and it was it kind of continued, I don't know, with the war theme that I played in the last time with Roberta. So it kind of continues the thread. Somehow there's a thread that I've loved it. But it was so. It's a dick play, but also honestly it was fun to play a man.
And I guess LT could be, well, maybe not in the Vietnam War, but LT could be a woman.
Could be a woman, yeah. Could be a woman, yeah. Yeah. I just assumed the idea of the man because I was fascinated about the fact of playing a man. But okay, yeah, sure. He could be a woman, yeah.
And I like Leslie's costume.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to see if the camo would show up.
Yeah. I tried to wear something. I was thinking what I can wear, and I came up with this whole thing full of holes, but shit beated me off. she made it the long distance. But yeah. So cool to have this on her face. So yeah, and also the hat.
Yeah, I was trying to, be as much of a guy as I could, and tough guy, and the hat and the green camo, and
yeah. Also, I don't know if LTs have glasses when they maybe they have. Oh no, maybe they don't have, because maybe when they have the test to be in the military, they have to. They gotta have a certain. Yeah. So maybe they don't. They have. Oh, okay.
So, and I'm sure I keep getting your name wrong. Rogelio?
Yeah, the G is an H, so it's Rogelio.
Rogelio.
Yeah, okay. Close enough.
This was your first time in the group, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was fun. It's I haven't done plays in years, and it's nice. It's nice to get back into it and do make believe.
Yeah, and it's kind of a cross between being on the screen and being in a play. Because
yeah. This particular piece, I'm as most guys my age, probably not most guys, but a lot of guys my age are big Vietnam War buffs. I've seen all of them, Platoon and Apocalypse Now, and all of them, and so this touched on a lot of the themes that you've seen in there, and I thought Craig did a good job.
Yeah.
In the short amount of time.
Yeah, great drama. I mean, it's immediate, it's visceral, and there's an action that has to be taken or not taken, and decisions. It's just really riveting.
Craig, have you seen the play Johnny Got His Gun?
In fact, yes, I have read the book, and I definitely was inspired by that book. I also was inspired by author Michael Hirsch, who he did a really weird short story about a group of guys who won't go on patrol up to the Highlands and they never come back.
So, considering that you read the book, Johnny Got His Gun, you still would say there's no life for this guy and he'd be better off dead?
Well, I personally would take that. John is really what I would be saying. That's okay. Yeah, that's my voice right there.
Okay. All right.
Because to me, I certainly wouldn't want to be in that position.
Right.
And I would welcome someone to, kill me. And I don't know if I made that clear, because at one point where the body starts talking, it's like, kill me, kill me. But it's kind of, you don't really know.
Yeah, they couldn't even write him a note to ask him what he wants.
No, it's,
yeah. And he couldn't hear, right?
No, deaf, blind, dumb, the whole bit. Like Johnny Got His Gun. That's exactly what he was. He was just no eyes, ears, tongue. I don't know if he was damaged.
No arms and no legs, but he talked by hitting his head on his bed, sounding out code.
Yeah.
So I guess he could at least hear. He knew what was going on around him.
I take your word for it. It's been years since I've read it.
He wanted the army to display him like in a circus or freak show.
Yeah.
To let people know what the war was doing to people. And so he would beat out that message with his head in Morse code. And they knew what he was saying, but they just decided to shove him away.
Yeah.
Well, I really appreciate everybody showing up. And like I said, as long as everybody wants to do it, I'll keep hosting it.
Excuse me, Stephen. This is my first time. You recorded it. Can we go back on your Facebook page or your group and see it again?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit, put in all the credits for everybody, cut out the parts in between where there's kind of a lull, and then I post it. I upload it to YouTube, and I put a link on Facebook to the YouTube page.
Okay, great. I'll look for it. All right, definitely.
Yeah, there's on YouTube, there's a LA Play Reading channel. That's where they all get uploaded.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate let me do it.
Yeah, so if anybody hasn't seen the ones in the past, particularly you guys that are new, you should go check them out, because it'll help with his algorithm if you give it likes and stuff. Y'all know how that works.
Oh, Sean.
Yes.
What did you think about the rendering of the last Jane of the Underworld?
You want my honest opinion?
Yes, I do.
I liked it better without the overlay. I don't know the technical term for what it is, only because we're doing it for the camera, and camera picks up nuance. That effect shadows the faces, and so I feel like you miss what the actors are doing.
Okay. I was trying to make it look more comic bushes.
I totally got what you were doing. If there's a way to do that, but brighten it or change the contrast some maybe, so that we don't look like we're in shadow, I think it's a great idea. I just think it probably needs a little bit more tweaking to get what you're trying to do there.
Okay.
But I do have to say, I really appreciate the fact that you always put these up, because I love getting to watch them. You know, when you're doing it, you don't get to see yourself. Particularly when we do theater, we never get to see ourselves, right? Unless it's in some freaking wide shot and you're like this tall. Yeah. So yeah, I really appreciate getting to see these after you've done your thing.
Yeah, I had asked Keith what he thought, but I never got a response from him, because I told him I could go back and revert it back if he wanted me to.
Well, I think they're still up there both ways. So of course, I go to YouTube and I download it and get a copy for myself. And so I downloaded both, but I'm keeping and putting on my own website the one that's got, that doesn't have that.
Well, if you downloaded a different version, it could be because the first version had a lot of misspellings in the names.
Yes. I saw your notes about that. Yeah, but I have an editor too, so I'm cutting the titles from the last version and putting it on top of the performance of the second version.
But I like the film noir one, that the black and white. That looked really great.
I agree. I think that worked very well.
That was a nice effect.
Yeah, no, it was great. I really appreciated that, Stephen.
And yeah, I think I because there was a different version, I had to go back because there was like a line missing from the very beginning.
Yeah, no, it's great now.
Yeah, so I went back and put that back in.
I'm sorry.
What I'm going to do is release the credits first and let everybody check them out before I do.
That's a good idea.
That is a very good idea. That's what they do in theater. You know, they do that first pass on the program and you check off that your name is right. Yeah. Rex, the director that I have in mind to do Played for a Sap with, he's working on a big film right now, so he's just been too busy to be able to read the script yet, but I have not forgotten that I asked your permission to do that, just so you know.
Thank you.
It's nice that something else is coming out of the group. And this is post-COVID, so you'll be able to, you're going to do a live filming of it?
It would be, listen, it's not going to be some grand film, okay? Just to make sure we temper those expectations. But it's an easy enough piece, and given that it was written as a 10-minute play, that basically it's going to be me and a couple of friends that I know. And then I would like to get my boyfriend to direct it. And then if he absolutely can't make the time for it, then I have another director friend in mind, but I'd rather it be Justin.
Okay. Great.
Yeah. And then once we do that, I'll make sure to share it with you guys.
Great. Yeah.
Please.
It'd be nice. So I guess until next time.
So what's the date for the next one?
Tim, will you be submitting anything? Can't hear you.
So you're go ahead.
Maybe?
Yes, maybe, but please proceed if I don't get it in on time.
Okay. Well, you got
it's the fourth Sunday, right? So that'd be July 25th?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Are we going to see you again, Ilana? Ilana?
Elena, me. Okay. Yeah. I think yes.
Well, keep it.
She might be on the fence, Stephen. I can't tell.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot for everybody sticking around as long as they have.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you for doing this, guys. Thank you.
Bye.